Hi everyone, once again. My name is Sergey Kunz. I'm co-founder of 1inch Network. And I'm going to tell you how we can make the current traditional finance more efficient by using decentralized finance technologies. So, 1inch Network. 1inch Network unites decentralized protocols, empowering users to perform efficient, user-friendly, and secure operations in DeFi space. We started 2019 on a hackathon in May. Over 2 sleepless nights, we have built our first product. It was aggregator among decentralized exchanges. We solved the huge pain of the people to find the best rate and the best liquidity on the market by using just one tool, the best trading value and trading venue on the market. This was the aggregation protocol, and since then we became already 2 years after the start already unicorn by having a lot of different protocols, open source protocols, self-custody wallet, and also very important product what we are working right now is the 1inch Pro. Our performance, we keep 70% of aggregation market share. We have 80% of our limit order protocol market share. It's this kind of decentralized order book. We have 4.5 million of wallets which generated since 2019 $330 billion of US dollars. On huge drama with the USDC DPEG, we got 4.5 billion of US dollars volume just in 24 hours because it is permissionless, trustless, and highly efficient. We have more than 180 people around the globe working on this 1inch network in full time. And we raised 190 million from 1inch Labs. We raised in 3 rounds. The last one was around 2.2 billion of US dollars valuation. So in problem we trust, we have huge risk in the traditional finances. We have counterparty risks. So we have a lot of intermediates. They are required, brokers, banks. We have system risks. We have interconnectivity, ripple effects. We have fractional reserves, what you see in the last 2 months. We have also huge fees and also long settlement. I can give you a really simple example. Moving US bonds from one bank to another bank in Switzerland takes 9 days. This is not efficient, right? So of course, like also in the centralized crypto finances, we call it CeFi. There are also a lot of problems. So we have seen the huge counterparty risk in the last half year. It was FTX. FTX was gambling with the money of users. So and this is kind of a problem here. Users think they own the assets, but they don't, because people who are managing these assets, they own that, and sometimes they are really greedy and gamble with it. This is this mismanagement of user funds we have seen multiple times already in the last years. Also transparency. We have lack of transparency. No one knows how it works really under the hood. How the settlement is done on FTX was done. Nowadays we know better. They have exceptions for own company. But also how it works on other centralized exchanges. No one can really verify this. So, I like Murphy's Law. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. That's why we should think about to build something efficient, which is efficient and simple, which cannot go bad, yeah, cannot go wrong. And this is how we think. Don't trust, verify. And this is DeFi. Decentralized finances introduce a new approach how financial transactions can be handled, how settlement can be handled in fully decentralized manner, also permissionless and permissionless manner as well. We have huge advantages by using decentralized finance technology. We have self-custody approach. You can have own self-custody wallet, you can have own hardware wallet, and you interact by yourself with the blockchain, and you own the assets. You transfer it by yourself. You don't need any intermediates for it. So we have also great liquidity in decentralized finances, for example, on Ethereum. We have great transparency of smart contract. Everyone can read the smart contract. So if I'm asking right now, any one of you, did you buy PIP token? Yeah, there's a blacklist. There's a blacklist, and the admin can remove you from the whitelist, and you will be blocked. You will never be able to trade anymore. And this is the benefit we can see in a smart contract what's happening, because it's like written in stone. Yeah. So we have and fast and secure settlement. This is also very important. So I can really follow the workflow when I do a trade on decentralized exchanges. I can really analyze the transaction. I can really understand what's happening. Did someone charge fees on me or not? And this is really huge benefit. But of course, we have risks. We have some also still issues in decentralized finances. That's why we didn't find the adoption yet in the institutional finances. So we have, for the retail users, of course, huge network fees and complicated UX, UI. We see a lot of front-running attacks, sandwich attacks. With only in 2022, $1.5 billion of US dollars were kind of stolen from the users by math attacks. We have smart contract hacks, because some developers really don't care about security and don't do any audits. And we have, of course, non-compliant liquidity and counterparties, hackers providing liquidity, swapping on decentralized exchanges, using other tools to change the crypto to fiat. We have really great technology in DeFi space. The first approach was done by Ether Delta with decentralized order book, limit order approach. 0x came one day with own approach, AirSwap. Oasis was working fully on-chain. And our own limit order protocol, which is highly efficient, also optimized for market makers. We see liquidity-based DEXs. We call them automated market makers. These are smart contracts programs running on decentralized computer, which ensure that US liquidity provider don't lose your funds by providing liquidity. And people can trade on this liquidity. We have different protocols. We have Banker, we have Uniswap. Actually, Banker was the first AMM. Yeah, so it's also a lot of people think this is Uniswap. Balancer came with a new approach. Uniswap was just only 2 token pairs, 50-50, and then Balancer introduced kind of portfolio. You can rebalance your portfolio automatically by having multiple assets in one bucket in a smart contract, fully safe, secured. And Curve, stable token optimized bonding curves. And then we came with Anton and invented aggregation among decentralized exchanges back in 2019. We just offered to swap on one market by splitting the amount among different liquidity sources. It was efficient, but not that efficient how it is today. We are using right now multiple markets in one single transaction. So just thinking about real case, like real traditional financial case could be, you have 200 million of US dollars, you would like to buy Tesla stock. You're not going to Stuttgart exchange in Germany and put a limit order and wait like maybe days until it's executed, because arbitrage trader needs to move the liquidity, need to deposit, need to withdraw and everything. It's highly complicated, highly not efficient. Yeah? And this is possible on blockchain. This is possible on EVM-based blockchains, and we are using right now it on 1inch. So, and the solution for all this, like kind of, not all, couple of the problems I mentioned, specifically for the settlement, we came to the idea to build 1inch Pro. 1inch Pro used the DeFi technology, decentralized finance technology, and introduced it in fully compliant manner for institutionals, and later also for retail. We offer really super user-friendly interface to exchange assets. You choose what you have, what you want, how much you want to exchange. We have like market swaps. We have limit orders. Also P2P are possible. We have also our API and SDK, which you can easily integrate in your like banking environment, in your trading environment. And under the hood, we run Fusion. It's a new thing we released it back into December last year. It is new approach how to handle swaps in decentralized manner to extract the highest value for the user itself. So we have access to unlimited liquidity through a verified resolver who pass KYB and AML, which can arbitrage and hedge positions with centralized exchanges. They can hedge and arbitrage positions with all decentralized exchanges on all networks, and also can offer additional liquidity and trade with the user directly. The settlement is done by smart contracts, which is really transparent, highly efficient, and we ensure that only verified players, actors participate here in this environment. Very also important, what we miss right now also in decentralized exchanges is that you cannot execute asynchronously trades. So this is also possible by design, by Fusion, and you are protected from MEF, but this is like less important in regulated environment. So already said, we have all market liquidity in one place by having professional market makers sourcing the liquidity to all other liquidity sources which we have right now. So, and the approach of Fusion is to use a specific like Dutch auction, which based on a price curve, which comes through the network, for example, Ethereum. And you see, this is real case. 3,700 Ethereum in one single order, executed through multiple participants, market makers, with multiple partial fields, and at the end the user got $2,300 more compared to if the user would just execute a market trade. Yeah, so this is kind of future opportunity for the market makers to earn on that because they can arbitrage and hedge, and for the user they get really high return. For $2,300, I can do some nice vacations somewhere. So. Once again, benefits of OneInch Pro. We have KYB AML layer for DeFi, fully compliant. We are the first startup, DeFi startup in Switzerland who got SRO license for this. We have support for self-custody and institutional custody wallets. We have access to all crypto markets, and it's easy pluggable by using API and SDK. So upgrade the current system. So TradeFi today is really huge. We have only on Nasdaq 200 billions of US dollars volume. We have 100 trillion global entity market capitalization. We have in centralized crypto finances 1.2 trillion crypto market capitalization and 40 billion daily centralized exchange trading volume. DeFi only 3 billion a day, and 50 billion of liquidity locked in the smart contracts. And look on the market size. DeFi is that small, and we can make this, because DeFi is more efficient, and something what is more efficient will win from our point of view. So choose the way. You have one side, trust. So I say like this Web 2 and this like world is about like the traditional finance is about trust. I trust someone, I trust people, I trust brokers, I trust intermediates. I give my money to the bank, the bank do something with the money. And the next step for traditional finance is the ownership. Take the ownership back, own the assets, and decide by yourself what you are gonna do, and have to great transparency what's happening with your money on trade, by providing in the money market, in the lending protocol. So that's us. That's what we are gonna solve in the next years. We are working very, very hard on that. Expanding also to United Arab Emirates soon. And if you would like to contact with us, scan this QR code. There's a huge list. And we have also our chairman, Francesco, hands up, from Switzerland. You can ask him questions regarding our regulated product. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure.